Mr. Williams, tell me about the Privileges or Immunities Clause.
Thank you for the question, Senator. The Privileges and Immunities Clause.
Privileges or Immunities Clause.
Right. That's part of the Bill of Rights and part of the, I believe, the First Amendment. It's been a while, Senator. My practice is primarily intellectual property, so it's been a while since I've faced an issue with the Privilege and Immunity Clause. It doesn't come up every day in my practice.
Privileges or immunity.
Privilege or Immunity Clause doesn't come up every day in my practice. What I can tell you that if I was faced with an issue that involved the Privilege or Immunities Clause, I would review the binding Supreme Court precedent on the issue and apply that binding precedent to the specific facts of the case in front of me.
Okay. Tell me what rights are guaranteed by the Sixth Amendment.
Sixth Amendment guarantees right to a speedy trial.
Right.
Right to counsel.
Right.
And also right to speedy, right to counsel, and also that's the fifth right against self-incrimination, which is in the Fifth Amendment.
Okay. Tell me what the holding was in Obergefell.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question, Senator.
The holding in Obergefell v. Hodges.
Senator, thank you for the question. I haven't had the occasion to deal with that issue. I don't recall that specific case as I sit here in front of you. But what I can tell you is that if the issue decided in that case came before me, I would review binding Supreme Court precedent and apply it to the specific facts of the case in front of me.
Okay. In 2015, Mr. Williams, you gave a speech, and you said that the modern judicial system today is more racist than it was 100 years ago. Did you say that?
Thank you for the question, Senator.
You're welcome.
I don't believe that's the specific quote that I said. I believe you're referring to...
Let me read you the quote so there won't be any misunderstanding. Becoming a felon is more devastating today than when existed during Jim Crow. And you were talking about the judicial system in Delaware.
Thank you for the question, Senator.
You're welcome.
I made those comments as co-chair of the Access to Justice Commission, which was a commission that was created by the Delaware Supreme Court.
Yes, sir. But
I was asked.
Tell me what you meant.
The chair.
I know. So, I read the interview. Tell me what you meant.
I was referring to a description that others have made to describe the condition of felons in terms of the term Jim Crow, meaning...
Well, let me stop you. Do you believe that the judicial system in Delaware, in America, is more racist today than it was 100 years ago?
Thank you for the question, Senator.
You're welcome.
No, I do not believe that the system today is more racist than it was 100 years ago. What I was describing was the...
But why did you say becoming a felon is more devastating today than when it existed during Jim Crow?
I was referring to the conditions of the inordinate amount of people of color who, when they become felons, are faced with loss of economic opportunity, loss of voting rights, loss of driving license, loss of
But that happens
housing.
to an Hispanic as well, right?
It happens to...
If you're convicted.
It happens to everyone who becomes a felon, but the task of the committee was to examine the reasons why there's such glaring racial disparities in the population of people of color in Delaware as compared to
And you
the
think
population
you think that's
of
because of
people
racism?
incarcerated.
You think that's because of racism?
I did not say.
I know. I'm asking you. Do you think that's because of racism
I believe that race plays a factor
in Delaware?
across across in Delaware and beyond, and that studies have shown that there is a disparity in the prison population that just can't be explained by just nature and it be coincidence, and that race plays some factor. It's not the only factor.
Right.
Economic condition, money, ability to pay bail, etc., plays a factor, and some other things play a factor. So at that time, I was serving as
Right. Well,
chair
let me
of
stop
that.
you because my chairman here has been very, very indulgent. I'm going to ask you one last question. Do you think photo IDs, requiring a photo ID to vote, is inappropriate?
Thank you for the question, Senator.
You're welcome.
The Supreme Court has held that voter IDs
Right.
requirement for voting
What do you think?
is permissible.
What do you think?
I, Senator, follow binding Supreme Court precedent.
Yeah, but what do you think? You've written articles saying that that's racist, haven't you?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not.
Well, you've written articles opposing voter ID, have you not?
I have not.
Okay. So you think it's okay?
I do.
Okay. That's all I got. Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Thanks for your indulgence.